So, like I was saying, I'm going to continue in the book of Amos. I'm going to read Amos chapter 9. Amos chapter 9 again. Amos chapter 9 and verses. Amos chapter 9 and verses 7. This is the book of Amos chapter 9 verses 7. This is what the Messiah was saying. Are ye not as children of Ethiopian unto me, or children of Israel? Because they all have dark skin, just like we do, but we got different hair texture, okay? We're not the same people, we don't have the same custom, but we do have what? Dark skin, like they do have dark skin as well. So the Messiah was referring to the Israelite being similar to the Ethiopian, which level? Only on the level of the skin color, on the skin tone, the complexion. Then I'm going to go to the book of Acts. The book of Acts chapter 13. This is the book of Acts chapter 13 verses 1. This is the book of Acts chapter 13 verses 1. Now, they were in the church, that was in a church, certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, or like we say nigger, okay? And Lucius of Cyrene and Manin, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and so. So, why is he referring to the word nigger? Let's see. So, because the word nigger, it just means dark skinned, very dark skinned people, okay? Dark skinned people. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. You can get it on Amazon or anywhere you want to get it. It's pretty decent. Very good. Okay, so you should get it when you get a chance. It's going to help you for so many things. You understand a lot of things. So I'm going to go to the word Niger or nigger. Okay, it's later that the British or the American, they add another G onto it. Okay? So, Niger, we're going to proceed. So, Niger, okay? Niger, he say what? Black. That's why you see country in West Africa, like what? Niger, or in French they say Niger. Another country, Nigeria, Niger area. It's just a Latin word. That means the land of the black. But are we really black? No, we dark skin, different shade of brown complexion, okay? So I'm going to show you so it won't be like me just using it, right? So these people, they studied, they know, they understood very well what it meant, okay? So you see what he said right there, right? It might not focus, but you get the point I'm making. So you see the word, the one that's highlighted into yellow, right? It's very clear, you see? Very clear. I hope the zoom can focus it so you can see a little bit clear, right? It just means dark. So I'm going to read it. It say, Niger, black. His surname was Simeon. It was just a surname because they were so dark. You see, some Israelites, some of my brother, they're more light-skinned than me. Some of them a little bit more darker than me. I'm darker than some. Some of my sisters, they're lighter. Some are darker. You see? So, he said, one of the 5 prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch who were led of the law to send for Paul and Barnabas on the first missionary journey. So, you see, that's what it simply means, man. This book, the Bible, it was for the so-called Native Indian, Latino, and the so-called black. Okay? Because those were derogatory names to mock us Latino. Do they really speak Latin? No. So why you call them Latino? Okay? You call them what? Spanish. Because you know very well they are not the original Spaniard. Though we know there are many among them, there are many that are among them that we know are Spaniard. Okay? Because the surface ISH, it just means pretending to or pertaining to. You pretend to be something. Reddish, okay? Bluish, yellowish. There is a difference. So it just means pertaining to or pretending to be. Okay? Then I'm going to continue to the book of Revelation. I'm going to read it again. This is the book of Revelation. The Revelation chapter 1 and verses 13. This is the book of Revelation chapter 1 and verses 13. And I'm going to read. Revelation chapter 1 and verses 13. And you read. It's the book of Revelation chapter 13, chapter 1 verses 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, okay, one like unto the Son of Man, like I read in the book of Daniel, okay, chapter 10 verses 5 through 6, same thing, okay, clothed with garment down to the foot, so you can see the garment Christ was wearing, and girded about the paps with a golden girdle, so he got a belt that was made with gold, pure gold, okay, so that's why Jesus that they show you, he ain't got no pure gold on himself, and his pale, that's not the actual Christ. No, that's actually the son of the Pope Alexander VI. His name is Cesare Borgia. You can Google, do your own research, man. Wake the hell up. You keep on going to this church, you believe this pastor, this priest, this pope, brother, you will perish. Sister, you will perish. We wish not that to none of you. Because we love you, that's why we do this. We ain't making money through this because Christ commanded that we do this freely. Written in the book of Matthew. And look, you see, do it freely. First of all, we're supposed to be healing freely. That's what we're supposed to do. As long as that, the Most High haven't given us that spirit, but we're striving for day and night. Okay? We are not here to make like those strange miracles. We will pray for you. We will recommend you pray, you fast, we will pray as well. And the Most High will hearken and do the righteous thing. Okay? And I'm going to continue. And get about the paps with a golden girdle, like I said, his head. So like you can see his head and his hair, right? Were white like wool. So wool. So pure wool. Who got woolly hair? Black people, Native Indian, Latino. We got woolly hair. Okay? As white as snow. And his eye was as a flame of fire. Like I say, I can prove it. So why Christ's eyes were red as a flame of fire? Because Christ, he drank wine. But how do we know? The Most High say, prove all things. I'm going to go to the book of Genesis. I'm going to go to Genesis chapter 49. I'm going to read verses 12. Book of Genesis chapter 49. This is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verses 12. It says, his eyes shall be red with wine and his teeth white with milk. So Christ got red eye because he drank wine. And we know for sure one of the first miracles that Christ performed was turning water into wine. Okay, because the wine is a divine drink. Okay, so and then I'm gonna read another book very heavy. I'm gonna go to the book of wisdom. So wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna read chapter 14. I'm gonna read chapter 14. This is the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verses 1. Again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves, call upon a piece of wood more rooted than the vessel they carry him. So these are our people, man. Mostly they want to believe in the cross, the stone, weakness, idolatry, man. Okay? For some of you, you want to be Muslim, you don't want to believe we don't force you, man. It's up to you. You want to stay in a Buddhist or Buddhism, you know, whatever weakness, yoga, you believe in this, you know, like it's like the 5th percent, whatever you want to believe, man. But we know for fact that you're going to perish, man. You will perish. If you don't get down with the program of the Most High, wake up and keep the commandment, the law, and the statute, man, you will perish. You will perish. You are lost for money, the blameless of this world, you will perish, bro. You got to get down with this program, man. That's the main thing, man. Keep the commandment of the Most High. It's not my commandment. It's the commandment of the Most High. The one who can deliver you in time of trouble. Okay, and don't get deceived, don't get it twisted. Do not believe that Christ just died. You do whatever you want. You just need to call on Jesus and you'll be saved. No, it's not going to go down that way. Okay, and I'm going to jump. He said, I'm going to jump to verse 15. He said, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning when he had made an image of his child's son. So, who made image of the child's son? Is the Pope Alexander VI, okay, who commanded who? Leonardo da Vinci, okay, and who? Michelangelo, okay, to come out with the best image of his son so the whole world can worship and bow down to it. And that's why you got a white Jesus all over the world. It's not by coincidence. It's all written in this book. It's all written in this book. Just if you don't read it, you don't believe it, you stay in the darkness. That's why it's written in the book of Romans, man, and different book, what? In Psalms, he said, well, the Most High had given them all what? The eye of slumber. You guys are slumber, man. You might think you got this PhD, you smile, no, man, I'm sorry, man. You ain't get this wisdom, you're wasting your time. And he said, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child, because we know Caesar Borgia is the son of Alexander, is the son of the Pope Alexander VI. Okay? He said, soon taken away, so he died. He was a faggot. Okay? He was a wicked Edomite. Very wicked Edomite. He was very wicked. Okay? Weakness. Slept with his sister, right? Do all the wickedness. He slept with his own sister. That's why Jesus you bow down to, he slept with his own sister. Okay, you didn't know this? Yeah, go do your own research, man. They even have a movie about it back in those days. The Caesar Borgia family. Even they even have books about it. Okay, so do your research. You don't believe me, man. You don't have to believe me, man. Okay, and he said, now honor him as a God. You see, it's simple. It's not written here, man. You guys think this Bible is just a fairy tale book? Like a religion? It's not a religious book, man. It's not a religious book. It's a book of law, commandment, and statute. The way we're supposed to eat, the way we're supposed to dress up, the way we're supposed to condone ourselves, the way we're supposed to treat each other. That's what the Bible was for. It was not given to the whole world. And what? Now honor him as a God. That's where you all bow down to. Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Caribbean, everybody bow down to the white Jesus. Wake the hell up, man. Wake the hell up, man. He said what? Which was then a dead man. He was a dead man. He was really dead. The Most High smite him. He's wicked. He's not our people. He's Edomite. Or Esau. Which are the so-called today world, the so-called white people. That was his lineage, his race. Okay? And delivered to those that were under him ceremony and sacrifices. You see? So those that were under them, right? That's in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. So they make it as a law now, and everybody worship the white Jesus and the white man. Because anybody, for me, as being a so-called black man or black guy, even though I know I'm not black, I'm a dark-skinned person, brown, right? Anytime I'll try to talk to my people, the so-called black people, Latino or Native Indian, they look at me down. They look at me down. But guess what? I'm cool with it. I'm down with it. You ain't doing anything wrong to me, but you're fighting against the Most High. But if you were to be a so-called white people or white person, a white woman, they'll be bowed down, even licking on his or her foot. They'll be doing all those things. They'll be quick to bow down. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. But Asuna is a dark-skinned person because there's so much, many centuries, right? Many centuries of war, brainwashing, lie. So people, they assume everything is right. But did you research? You got to do the research. You got to study. Make sure you study. You can't just say anything. And I'm going to go ahead and read a quote from you so you know this for sure. This was from one of these author, right? This is what he said. And I'm going to read it. He said, however, when one makes an effort to think and research, it is clear, he said, it is clear that London, England, UK, okay, of the 16th and 17th century was a multicultural and especially multiracial city, okay? That means what? It was not just white people that were living there. We know for sure, based on fact, books, history, research, the people that were living in Europe, they were dark-skinned people. For example, you got who? The Knight, the Moor, the Gypsies, the Irish, the blue men, or whatever you want to call it, the Greeks, all were dark-skinned people, okay? Very dark-skinned people, man. Okay, they were not pale. Okay, they were not white people. You so-called white people conquer Europe, okay? You conquer every land. The Bible already prophesied about that. They name every land after themselves. They name the land after themselves. Anywhere they conquer, they name it after themselves. That's why this country is called what? United States of America. America, why? Because it was named after who? Amerigo Vespucci, who was what? An Italian navigator and cartographer, right? Why do you name Washington, D.C., District of Columbia? Because after who? Christopher Columbus. We know, man. He said, however, when one makes an effort to think and research, it is clear that London of the 16th and 17th century was a multicultural and especially multiracial city. For more than 1,500 years, okay, listen very well, for more than 1,500 years with the Roman occupation, which began in the year 43, okay, like we know, okay, the remains of the black lady with the ivory bracelet found in York are there to recall it. That means what? You go over there, you see. Okay? Okay? Right? I'm going to read a little bit more down. He said, well, London of the time of Shakespeare was full of blacks. Said the African community of Moorish origin was very important in the city. So you see, the more very dark-skinned people, man. And many of them were brought to America and to the Caribbean as a slave. The slave didn't just come from only West Africa. No, that's another lie. The slave were taken from where? Portugal, Spain, Italy, England, Ireland, and shipped all over the place. They were shipped all over the place. Okay? That's why at some point, Benjamin Franklin, he was saying, no, we shouldn't do this, man. Let's not populate this place again with dark-skinned people. We don't want it. Because he was saying, you know what? They already populated Asia, Africa, Europe, and all the other places. Why bring them here again, man? He said, we only want white supremacy over here. That's what he was saying, man. Because of so much deception, so much lies. That's why, you know, he said, at the time, I also received several complaints from the white population, you see. So that tell you literally, you got dark skin living, and you got also pale skin living. Pale skin, not white. Okay? They asked the queen to expel them. So they asked the queen to expel the dark skinned people. Okay? Besides members of the slave lobby who have become very powerful because of the slave trade, which had just begun, use the press they were already controlling at the time to tarnish the image of black. That's what they did. They demonized us, who were in England since at least the Roman period, as well as those derived from Moorish immigration in the more recent centuries. So, you know, we know it, man. I just want to bring this up so you guys can know. He said, that's it. I'm going to continue. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and I'm going to continue. He said, well, thus in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandment of kings. So, who forced people to start worshiping and bow down to those idols? Your president, your kings, okay? That's what he's telling you. The Most High know everything. He know they're going to do it. He declared the end from the beginning. Whom men could not honor in prison because they dwell far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far. So the so-called white men were brought to us in West Africa. How? Because they brought the counterfeit, right? The counterfeit, because the guy already passed away. So they drew his image and they brought it to everybody in Asia, Africa, Europe, brought it to everybody, right? Because that image was not done in Africa, no. But that image was done mainly where? It was in Europe, Rome, and then where? In the USA. Okay, these were the two main lands that made up those white Jesus image. There is one that was made here in the USA, and there is the other one, the one for Cesar Borgia, the other one was made in Europe. Especially where? In Rome and Spain, between those two lands. You say, well, and made an express image of a king whom they honor, to the end that by this their foreigners they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. That's what you do. That's what you do. Okay? So on that, I'm gonna say all praise to the Most High. Okay, through his only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahweh Shai. I hope this was edifying, brother and sister. We're living in the latter time. The most important thing, I'm going to bring it up before I close up. Before I close up, I'm going to go to the book of Revelation, chapter 14. I'm going to go to Revelation, chapter 14. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verses 12. It says, here is the patience of the saints. So we know who are the saints? The Israelites, the one keeping the commandment of the law of the Most High. Okay? Here are they that keep the commandment of the Most High and the faith of Hamashiach Yahawashah. So it's simple, man. You got to be Israelite. And on top of that, you must be keeping the commandment. The main thing about my video, you must always retain and remember is the keeping of the commandment and the law of the Most High. I'm gonna read a couple more scripture quicker. If you wanna, if you want to say wicked and keep on breaking the law or the commandment, you will perish. And I'm gonna read it. This is the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Hamashiach Yahawashah. So you want to keep on sinning, you want to do wickedness, you're going to die, man. You're going to die. It's simple. He said, well, for the wages of sin is death. Don't let no pastor, don't let any priest, no one lie to you telling you the law done away with, man. The law ain't done away with, man. The law of sin in effect, okay, forever and ever. You know you're an Israelite through my video. For any brother else, guess what? You must keep the commandment. That's what the Most High requires of us. Okay, it's not just about watching my video and just, you know, keep on talking with your mind. You must keep the commandment of the Most High. I'm not here to play game with you. Okay, so with that, I must say, all praise to the Most High through His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahawashah, and I'll say, Shalom.